Betty.
Betty Bob. Betty Bob. There's a good girl, yeah. I'm Tressia Bandy.
And where are we and what do you do right now?
We are at Bandy Bedding. We're in the showroom.
And what do you do here?
I talk.
You talk?
All day long I get to talk. I love to talk, but I like to talk about what I believe in. So I can talk to you all day about Bandy Bedding.
And you do, you've been on TV, you've been on radio, you've been everywhere for this company for how long now?
I think it was 1991.
It
was 1991.
It was 91?
It was 91.
And are you from Bowling Green?
I'm from Three Forks.
Where is Three Forks?
The opposite end of Porter Pike. It's
okay.
A great little community.
So it's in Warren County?
It is in Warren County.
So you were born and raised here?
I sure was.
And what elementary school did you go to?
Oakland.
Oakland. Okay, so I kind of got my gauge where it is. And did you go to Warren East?
I sure did.
Okay, and then did you go to Western?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Went to college.
Never went to college. So what'd you do? Did you have a job before you left high school?
I worked summer jobs when I was in high school.
Like where?
Warren County Board of Education in a summer youth programs where I started.
But like, what did you do with the youth programs?
It was just a program called Summer Youth. So
oh, okay.
It was funded by the government, but you got to work in your summers, and that's a great start to learning how to work and
sure
to keep working. I've always worked.
So what were some of the kind of things you guys did back then?
Back then, when I was in summer youth with Warren County Board of Education, we stocked all those textbooks on those shelves. We did lots of paperwork, lots of filing.
Okay, and is it
in general?
So this was county schools had
county
this program.
Schools,
They don't have that anymore, do they?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they do. And then was that your first job?
That was my first job.
And then what was your second job?
Oh, I've had lots of jobs. I've worked for attorneys in Bowling Green.
Like where?
I used to work for Morris Lowe.
Okay.
And that was also a government-funded program. I loved working for the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. I worked for private attorneys. I worked for Joe Kerwin for a while. I worked for Charles Moorhead at the county clerk's office. I also have worked for car dealerships as title clerk. I worked at Campbell Chevrolet and for Cornelius Martin at Martin Knowles, and that was my job before I came to Bandy's.
So you've kind of been around Bowling Green and seen some of the big business people and the big community leaders. Did any of that rub off on you to be able to do sales and kind of the marketing and doing a manufacturing of bedding and sales?
I did not intend on being a salesperson, not one iota.
How'd you end up in it then?
Mary Bandy.
Tell us how that happened.
After our son was born, when I was to go back off maternity leave, what I was doing there wasn't what I would be doing when I returned.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to be a title clerk the rest of my life. I was burnt out on being a title clerk, and so I decided I would just give my notice and find a job elsewhere. Never got the opportunity to look.
Why?
Mary Bandy threw me in here, and this is where I still am today.
And John's your husband.
John's my husband.
So Mary is your
mother-in-law.
So when mother-in-law throws you in a job, you take it and you run with it.
I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. I just did it. But as I did it, I have watched this company grow. I've watched it become a full circle business. When it was little, I was around seeing the company then, and I've just watched it come full circle because Bandy's has been big at one point in time, and I love smaller.
That's awesome. And let me ask you, what's your first memory of Bandy bedding?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
No, but first memory, was it a commercial, or when's the first time you remember hearing the name Bandy?
Years ago, I needed a mattress, and a few people said, go down to Bandy's on State Street.
Where's that? Where was that?
It was around the 3rd block. That's what I was told.
Okay.
It's in a little house, in a little building. So I drove around that block about 3 times that day, and I finally found it. And so out comes Mary Bandy, that I did not know that ever be my mother-in-law, and she walks out of this building. It was a concrete type building, and there was a house next door to that.
Okay.
And so when I went in that garage door type atmosphere, she said, how can I help you? Told her I needed a mattress. There were not any mattresses there to look at. And she said, what do you want in that mattress? And she said, do you want pad cotton and poly? Well, it blew my mind. I didn't know what she was talking about. Today I do, but not then. So that was my first experience meeting Mary Bandy.
So we had to take a break because you had to make a sale.
I did. Had great customers come through the door, and they left happy customers.
But we were talking about when you met Mary.
Yes, we were.
And what was your thoughts after first meeting Mary? I want to get in the mattress business?
No, it was not. I was never more confused in my life.
So, I got two ways I can go with this, but first I'm going to ask, when did you meet John?
Years later.
So it was many years later.
Yes, I had no clue that would ever be my mother-in-law. But, no, when Mary was talking mattress lingo, I had not a clue what she was talking about.
Okay.
I saw Bandy's when there was not a showroom set up to view a bed
Okay.
to actually see. So it's like you're cooking. What do you want in it? What
Sure.
ingredients do you want me to put in it? And it just blew my mind, and I couldn't handle it. I thought, what are you talking about, lady? And so when I started with Bandy's, it was still located on State Street. I love State Street.
We're on State Street. I'm trying to put it in my brain.
423 State Street. It was across from Phillips Ice Service. I believe now it's called City Ice. But
Yeah.
423 State
Like
Street.
close to the church down by
right
the Shake
up from
Rag.
the-
Yeah. Okay.
And at the time when I saw Mary, there was the building she came out of to ask me what I wanted, and the nice 2-story home. And when John came on board, he built a building on the other side of the house. So it was 3 buildings. But as time grew, showroom went in. The showroom was in the house at the time. Not a huge showroom, but I've watched Bandy grow through the years. They added a showroom on the back of the house, and we were blessed with customers. We also sold wholesale as well.
Sure.
And when you got so far up the road, folks didn't know who Bandy was, so they're not really going to buy from you because they wanted an S brand, something like that. So
Okay.
John had visions in his head that Bandy's needed to grow.
Okay.
So he researched and researched, and he came up with King Coil.
Okay.
King Coil was established in 1898. They were a second-tier name brand. And when we became a licensee of King Coil, in the meantime, Bandy's on State Street sold. We didn't have room to work.
Okay.
You prayed it didn't rain because you had things sitting outside.
Okay.
So it was really cramped. And so that sold on State Street, and Mary took her showrooms, and she went one way, and John and I went the other. So we had 2 different divisions then. Actually 2 separate businesses.
Sure.
And with a building was built across town for manufacturing, and the showrooms were not with manufacturing any longer. So Mary had a showroom in Louisville and a showroom in Owensboro.
Okay.
And when King Coil came on board, they give you a territory. So we had Cleveland, Ohio down to the Panhandle as the territory.
Okay.
So you changed life as you knew it. We made 500 to 600 pieces of bedding a day.
Now, did you like doing that? Like in the beginning, did you like it?
I worked on the wholesale side. I did not work the showroom floor
Okay.
when I went with corporate office. So it was a whole different ball of wax per se. I talked to the wholesale customers, and there were many wholesale customers. And so there's a lot of those folks you never get to meet, but you developed a relationship with them. You talk with them daily. Their orders roll in weekly. And you got to know folks, and it was great to see how the other side of the world worked. And I didn't have the one-on-one like I have with you right now. I didn't work retail.
Okay.
And so with 10 years into King Coil, we had fulfilled our agreement. Mary had already retired, so I stepped into the showroom atmosphere, and I love it. I get to work with customers one-on-one, and if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be here. I've watched the business. It's went full circle. Right now, after we completed the King Coil licensee agreement, and we prayed that we even want to stay in business, to be honest with you, because you're going to find a mattress store on every corner these days.
And explain that. That is a big question. I even the episode before you off camera, Will Perkins of A Cut Above asked me. He goes, "How is there a mattress store on each corner?"
This is the way I look at it.
Okay.
The guys or the companies that make thousands and thousands of pieces a day. In 2001, they kind of took 2-sided bedding off market, because if they didn't have to make the other side, they could double their production, sometimes triple it. So pieces and pieces and pieces of bedding can run through a factory.
Okay.
But they say that you do not have to flip your mattress, just rotate it, turn it around, no flipping necessary. Well, when you're able to flip a mattress over, that's maintenance. Body impressions leave at that point in time. And when you have a one-sided mattress, they do not last as long because there isn't any maintenance involved. In some instances, I mean, there's a whole range of mattresses. You can get low end, middle end, high end, but that body impression is going to come at some point in time because you can't get rid of it. You just turn it around. It's like your partner sleeping in your body impressions.
Sure.
That's just what's going to happen. But we put our name on our bedding, and John Bandy said, I don't know what everybody else is going to do, but I'm going back to making what I believe in, and that's what we've done for years. You can find some one-sided product in Bandy's. Some folks don't want to flip a bed.
Sure.
So you're going to find it all in Bandy's, but there is a lot of two-sided, there are a lot of two-sided choices that you're going to find, and we will leave it that way. And if you decide you want a one-sided bed, you've got lots of choices in that as well, but handles are all the way around your bed, even on the ends. So it's easy to flip a bed.
All right, so we're talking the benefits of doing the manufacturing where you are going up and down. What was the benefits you saw or the pitfalls of doing that? Like, why'd you guys get out of it?
Well, with King Coil is a great product, but King Coil has different good, better, best options. And when you sell to folks you've never seen in your life, they have price points they want to meet. They didn't. In our stores, we had the high-end product, but a lot of those folks you sell to, they don't buy the high-end product. They want the low-end product. And then when you walk in their store, you know, get this product at this price. They told us what they wanted us to make for them.
Okay.
And so there was a big difference. And so when those features didn't last as long as that customer expected, they didn't get the top-notch product, or it was just a whole different ball of wax.
So it was kind of putting your name on something you really didn't want to put your name on.
A lot of it was, yes. And that's why we prayed really hard. Do we want to stay in business? Because in this showroom today, you're going to get a good quality product.
Sure.
And you don't have to come in and doubt.
Yeah, we've talked in the past that even on the more affordable, lower end product, you're still getting quality compared to some of the.
We do not use low end phones. Excuse me.
When you decided to come to this place, part of that was because you had Mary Bandy that started it, right? Then you had John Bandy and you, and now you have who here?
Our son Wes.
And so this is now 3 generations of bedding. Did you think that would happen? That your son would become a mattress man?
No, I really didn't. He loves it. He's been involved. Our children were involved in Bandy's all their lives. That's what they know. Our daughter even worked here for a long period of time.
So it's truly a family business.
It's a family business, even Betty.
I mean, yeah, the dog we just saw in here. And with this location, you have manufacturing and showroom in one spot.
All the years that we say, yes, we make it, we sell it, you say, preached and preached and preached, and we do. But folks walk through our door and they look through the window and they say, you really do make your mattresses.
It's putting your money where your mouth is. You actually have it where you can actually see.
We want you to see that we make your bedding.
Yeah. So how did you meet John?
I met John at a gathering. I love music.
Okay.
And there's a whole large group of us that every week we went to listen to the band that we just loved to gather, and it was like a weekly thing. And he just appeared one night. Never seen him before in my life, but he just got out of service. And sometimes he'd be there, sometimes he wouldn't. But one day, something just clicked, and we started dating. And it was a fast courtship.
Okay.
We didn't know each other long at all, and we were married in February. And then the next following February, we had our son. The following February, we had our daughter. And that's Mary's birthday in February, too. So February is a very busy month for us, but God put us together. I'm very happy, and that's all I can say. So
you got into the mattress business how far from being married? Like, how many years was it?
We married in 90, and I was a year later after our first son was born.
Wow. It was quick to get into the mattress business. So Mary confused you with mattress terminology the first time you guys met. How quick was it to learn it? Well,
this is what Mary did to me. Yes, she confused me. And then even when I wasn't working at Bandy's, I was there all the time. It's your family, 24/7. When you're in business, a family business, that's what you talk about, 24/7. So one particular Saturday, John and Mary decided they're going to leave and they're going to go to Sears. Now, this is downtown Bowling Green. Sears is still downtown.
Okay.
They're going to go buy some type of saw, and they left me there. And there was not a price on the bed in there. They knew all this in their head. I
Yeah.
didn't really squat about it. And I prayed to good Lord nobody was going to walk through that door till they got back, because I did not know what I'm talking about. So that's how I started taking interest in it. I would ask questions, and then as the showroom grew, they would put prices on there, more for me than anything. So I would know what I was talking about if I were ever put in that position again.
Would you call yourself a self-starter? Someone who just kind of can pick up information?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that from?
God. Speaking of Mary.
So you get a lot of that from God. But is there anyone in your family that was a good salesperson growing up?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Okay. So it's just a natural thing for you to...
I love to talk.
Okay.
I love to talk fast.
And where'd you get that from?
My Aunt Maybelle.
Aunt Maybelle. Tell me about Aunt Maybelle. What does she do? Was she just a character?
She's a happy lady.
Okay.
Happy lady that loves the Lord and loves to talk and loves everybody.
Awesome. And did you grow up around her?
She was there. I didn't see her every day, but you know, she has a great influence on my life. But I was always kidded because I was called her name because I did talk so fast. But I love to talk.
Were you always the kid in class who was talking?
No, I was not. I was quiet in school.
Okay. So that was something that happened later in life.
It sure did. I don't know why, but it did.
Music. You said you love music right now. Who are the 5 people you listen to the most musically? I know you just have the radio on a lot of times, but who do you prefer to hear?
Well, I listen to country the majority of my life.
Okay.
Country music I love.
Okay.
I love the old country music.
Like, what are we talking old? Because some people, we got kids who watch this that say Garth Brooks is classic.
I like Garth Brooks.
But is he classic?
In his own right, yes he is.
Yeah.
I was a Willie fan for years.
Okay.
I like that type music. I listen to contemporary gospel now.
Okay.
I love the old gospel, music, but I listen to a lot of contemporary. I play it in the showroom all day long.
What's your favorite song?
Even If, Mercy Me.
Okay.
First time I heard that song, I knew it was going places, and it's been #1 on the charts for 15 weeks now.
What's your favorite country song of all time?
The Chair.
The Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's that by?
George Strait.
George Strait. Okay.
Special meaning to me.
Okay. Okay. And do you go to movies?
Not often.
Okay.
I stay here.
You stay here
6 days a week.
How do you do that? A lot of people, they complain about their 40-hour-a-week job, but 6 days a week you're here just working. How do you kind of keep centered on that?
If you look around the showroom, you're going to see odd things in here.
Mm-hmm.
Part of my life's in here, and I love that.
And so your personality's in here.
A lot of it. I love antiques too. John does not.
So what do you want people to do?
No, this is funny. I love it. Third customers come in. It's been
Say hi.
No.
Yeah, say hi, Barb. Not really. Will you say hi?
But we do want people to come in, look past your desk.
Let me tell you about my desk.
Okay.
When you come in, you're going to see papers everywhere. And when you come in the next time, you're going to find papers everywhere again. I'm not an organized person. I guess I like chaos, but I like my desk. And I like the fact that you can look through that window at my desk and you can step behind my desk.
And
I really don't care. I'm not a fancy person.
But
I'm just
you're
an
here
honest
6 days
person.
a week. It's not like this is supposed. You live here.
I do live here.
And they can come here, look out,
Right, look through that window.
and see the mattresses.
And if that's not good enough for you, I'll take you on tour. It's up to you.
They can come on a tour.
You can. I don't do large groups at one time because it's not set up for that. But
Sure.
I've had folks come in and they didn't understand what something was. I'll take you out there and show you. I didn't know what something was either. Remember when Mary Bandy said, "What do you want in it?" As part of learning what was in it, when it came time to order components that go in beds, I'm looking not at you and that's wrong.
No, you're good.
But anyway, when it came time to order parts, that's how I learned what goes in a bed. Can I go out there and sew that mattress? No way. Can I build a bed? No.
That's
But
not
I
what you're
can
here
from
for.
in here.
You're here to educate.
I can walk you through the process and I can show you what it does. But past that, you have to look through that window or go see it for yourself.
But part of selling is educating.
It's true.
Well, thank you.